Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading Satellite Office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Monday, January the 14th, 2013, and here is today's midday market update brought to you by WallStreetTrading.com. Want to first start by taking a look to see how the indices are closing today. The Dow Jones is currently up 3.69 points. The comp is up a little under 15.5 points. The Russell is up. The Russell 2000 is down a point and a half. The S&P is down 4 points. Taking a look at a couple of key sectors here. The commodity sector is pretty much flat across the board. We have the GLD up 13 cents. GDX is currently down 18 cents. JJC Copper is down 24. SLV Silver is still holding that key 29 level, is up 36 cents here. Take a look at crude oil. Crude oil via the USO is down 10 cents. XOI, the oil index, is down $1.68, and the BKX index, the banking index, is down 34 cents. All right, so let's start off by first taking a look to see how we were set up going into the open. If you guys follow us on our Facebook page for Wall Street Trading, which you can find by going to Wall Street Trading on the Facebook search box, you should be able to find us there. All right, we put out the levels that we're watching on the market. We discussed the E-mini pivot level being 1466.91. That's the actual floor pivot. Support is 1463. Support 2 is 1460 I had. Then support 3 had 1455. As far as resistance, we had 1468. Resistance 2, 1471. Resistance 3, 1471.50. So those are our levels that we'll be watching today. If anything else changes, you can find it. You can find out the levels that we'll be watching via our stock twits or our Twitter account if we were to go above or below those last resistance and support points that I just gave you guys. All right, so what was the market looking like today going into the open? Well, we had this nice little key upward channel that was upward trend line that was broken. All right, we've been in this little upward channel on the ES, as you guys can see here. Let me zoom in a little bit here. We've been in that little upward channel since last week, Tuesday, above that trend line. Upward channel it is as well. You guys can see it's the upward channel right here. All right, by being however you want to do it, the original one was right there. We're going to take this out. All right, so that's a little upward channel. All right, well then, going into the open, we broke the upward channel, so I was telling my guys in the room to look for some selling pressure. We're going to be looking to get involved on the market on a pullback. Our first level got hit, that 1460. Actually, that's our support 2 got hit down there at 1460, as you can see on the 15-minute chart. But it also lined up with that key range that we've been mentioning for the past past 2 weeks here, talking about how the ES has been trading in a range between 1452 and 1460. So, of course, that 1460 is a key level. And, of course, you're going to have some scalpers looking to get involved at that key level. And we got a nice bounce off of 1460. Now, if you take a look at our 5-minute chart, how we were set up to going into the open off the 5-minute chart here. All right, this is after we figure out the main trend or whatever we have figured out on our 50-minute time frame. Of course, after going over the hour and the daily and all the other good stuff. Well, going on the open here, we see the ES basically trading in a range between the previous day's close here. All right, and this little support level around the 1464 level. So I was telling the guys, let's wait till we see what we're going to have here. You can see price action just pretty much just trading in between these ranges. Once we broke below 1464, that provided the crack opportunity right there. And you can see here on the closing prices, that's when we had that nice little close near the bottom. 2 confirmation lower closes right there off that little high pivot. And down we went. That's our trade. Caught the reversal back up. And had some good stuff going on. If you have not been to our trading room yet, it's mywallstreettv.com. The password to log in is SMART, S-M-A-R-T. So you're probably sitting there asking yourself, well, what trades did we call it in the chat room? So let's go and take a look at those as well, see what type of trades that we were looking at in the chat room. First of all, going into the open, we talked about RIG, looking for a buyable pullback in that. We talked about CRUS holding below 30, look for a short. That was a good trade as well. We didn't get a chance to catch that. A lot of these trades from this morning that we were watching from these gap downs were because the news that Apple had, where Apple came out and said they were cutting their supply orders or something like that, I believe, to the extent. Don't mind me, I don't really trade Apple that much. So I'm not sure exactly quite what the news is, but I do know that Apple was looking weak. And I would say that Apple is holding up pretty decent for that news out and for the type of hype that people were worried about it. However, the component stocks that go in Apple that goes in the iPhone got hit, such as CRUS. Verizon had a little bit of weakness today since they do sell the Apple phones, the iPhones there. So in any case here, first trade that we called out all right, was one of the trades that we called out was rig to the short side. If you take a look at your screen here, a key level that we were watching for on rig was this for a fade. Why were we looking for a fade? Well, look how far the chart has come, guys. The chart has come all the way from a low of 44 all the way to a high of today that hit a 56.34. And now the good thing about it is that we had a catalyst that actually brought some more stupid money trying to buy the highs up here, which kind of gave you the benefit of trying to fade this action instead of being a buyer. That's exactly what we did. That's exactly what we called out for the room. So you got the sell signal on rig for the fade once it broke below 55.50, as you can see here on the hourly chart. You got your sell trigger once we broke below this 55.50 level here, which you can see on the 5-minute chart. Sorry, that was a 15-minute chart that I meant. 15-minute chart, you can see here we broke below 55.60. 5-minute chart, you can see here once we started closing below that low, that kind of gave you the chance to go short. We called it for a short around 55.45, got involved, got hit right here, and that trade worked out pretty well. Next trade that we called out was Amazon, AMZN. Amazon, all right, I highlighted this to the guys in the room. All right, here, and I'm actually going to do a trade review on this later on today, but just so you guys can see our room and what we have going on here and how our room looks like. You can see here, let's see here, Chris Cooper. This trade, I believe the first trade took place. Let's see here. See me talking to my guys here and my other partners and moderators as well. See, where am I at here? All right, so Chris Cooper, long Amazon at 27. Long Amazon at 272.30, stop at 271.95, target 274. That trade worked out. Then we took it back to the long side again on the Amazon. Let me bring the chart back up for you again. Then we took Amazon again to the long side again, right here at 272.30, right in this area right here, and that one worked out pretty well for a trade. I believe I covered my last amount of shares. My execution, my last share that I covered on this Amazon was at 273.55, and it hit a high of 274.26. So I got out of it before it made its last push up, but still overall a decent trade that we managed pretty well with our risk. All right, so that was one of the trades we called out. CRUS was a trade that we did mention in the morning. We did prepare for it, but of course there's too many things going on, so we were not able to catch this one. We were not able to catch this one as well. But CRUS, the whole trade idea was holding below 30, look for sellers. 29.50 is a key level to watch. So if we hold below 29.50, look for some more sellers. Then 29 support 2, 28.60 support 3. And you can see it's at 28.73 right now. So some good stuff going on, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of the other things here before I end the video out here. SPY. For some of you guys that don't trade the ES, some of you guys that trade the SPY broke this nice little upward channel. We did get a nice little bounce off that consolidation flag that we had from Thursday, and we came out. That's where they got the nice little scalp opportunity. Taking a look at the Qs, the triple Qs are pretty much trading sideways to lower. All right, went down and trading sideways right now. Then take a look at the IWM. The IWM is showing some nice relative strength today, a little bit here. Just pretty much holding this nice little 50% range of this nice expansion candle that we had right here. So that's about it, guys. Trade them safe. If you want to come to our chat room, go to mywallstreettv.com. Password to log in is SMART, and hope to see you there. Cheers.